Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. So we are so close to the month of February. And what is the defining feature of February? What is the best, most loverly holiday in all of the year? Valentine's Day, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off doing some Valentine's Day inspired looks. Now, I know everybody and their mama is probably going to be doing the same thing, but I figured I might get a head start and start today. So we're doing this beautiful little number. It's a very beautiful, it's like a, I know I say beautiful all the time, but it is a scrumdiddlyumptious, berry toned, berry pink toned, half cut crease. We've got a glitter liner going on with a little bit of a heart stamp. This eye, I like went over a million times, so it doesn't look as good as I would like it to, but this eye is going to be so much better now that I've got all the kinks worked out, and I figured that I would go ahead and do it with you guys. I am so excited about it. We're going to be using one palette. I know usually I use 2 or 3, but just one palette for this look, and it's a really affordable one because you guys know I'm all about affordable makeup. So this is the Berries by Juvias Place. I love this palette. This is the most beautiful, rich, just the tones in here just make my heart do funny things. They're so beautiful. I love every single color in here, but we're gonna stick to mainly the mattes. I didn't really touch on too many of the shimmers because for the shimmer we're gonna be using this. This is the NYX glitter. This is it. It says face and body glitter. This is in the shade 10. It's just a really beautiful, very fine, teeny tiny little silver glitter. Really pretty. I love it so much. And so that's what's going to give us like the little shine that we have going on. We're going to pair it with a really beautiful bright berry lipstick. Or you know what? We could even pair it with a really beautiful kind of like mauve-y nude, and that would be stunning as well. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for the most part, we're just going to get to it. I already have my eye primed. I used my NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. I love that stuff. It's so good. It comes with a little doe foot applicator, so it's really easy to just kind of put on your eye and blend out, and then you're good to go. I don't have anything on my face right now except my e.l.f. This is my e.l.f. glow stick. I love this thing. This is so nice. It feels nice and cooling when you put it on your skin. It gives me this really beautiful kind of like dewy, healthy glow without any like glitter or shimmer. It's really just a very beautiful, healthy, moisturized glow, and I'm here for it. So starting with our Juvias Place palette, we're going to take a nice big fluffy brush. This is my Dew Color 04, just a big fat fluffy blending brush, and we're going to go into this shade right here. So this is the lightest matte in the palette, and we're going to take this, using a different brush. I'm going to use this same big fat fluffy brush, but this is just from that cheapy set I get at Walmart. Taking the same color, I'm just going to start putting this in my transition area. We're going to take it pretty far out on the outer edge, but we're not going to take it all the way up to the eyebrow. We're just going to kind of fling it out toward the outer edge. I know it's super early and Valentine's Day is still quite a ways away. But does anybody have any plans yet? It is so crazy because with COVID and everything that's going on, I don't know that anybody really, do people still go out for Valentine's Day? Like, I don't know, is that still a thing? I've been with my husband, married for the most part, for 11 years, over 11 years now. I can't tell you when the last time we went out for Valentine's Day was. Usually, our idea of like Valentine's Day is my husband, he usually gets me chocolate covered strawberries, which are my absolute favorite. I love them. I usually get Mr. Hubby a card. I make us a real good dinner. It's just kind of like the same old. Stuff doesn't really change when you've been with somebody for as long as I've been with Mr. Hubby. But Sean usually makes me a really sweet card. And then, of course, we have sexy time, which is always nice. I tell you what, finding time to have sexy time is one of the hardest things about being a parent in general. And because our son is old enough now to like know what sex is and like be aware, because he's 12 now, you know, so he's aware of what's going on, like, you know, and there's only so quiet you can be, you know, especially when it's good, you know, there's only so quiet you can be. So we have to wait till Sean goes to sleep, and then we're old and we get up early. So by the time he goes to bed at 10:30, 10 o'clock, we're done. We're ready for bed too. We get up at 5 o'clock, or not 5 o'clock, but I get up at 2:30, and Mr. Hubby goes to work at 3:30. So by the time 10 o'clock, 10:30 gets here, we're bushed. We're ready to hit the hay and like be done with life for the moment. So on Valentine's Day, we're going to try and make some effort. I might bribe Sean to stay in his room for a little bit. Or I might just like let him eat in his bedroom. And then let me and Mr. Hubby have kind of like a semi-date in the living room. We'll see how it goes. But if you guys have plans, please let me know what they are. I'm so interested in what everybody else does. It'll probably make me feel super, super old and a lot older than I already feel. But that's okay. I'd love to know what you young hip people do. So I'm going to go into this shade now. This really, really beautiful, gorgeous, kind of like deeper berry. It looks a lot deeper in the pan than it actually shows up in the eye, on the eye. So that's it swatched, this really beautiful, deep, rich berry tone. But to me, it does look quite a bit deeper in the pan. So just don't be fooled. We're going to take that on the Dew Color 04. And we're going to put this mainly in the crease. And just a little bit higher. This isn't going to do too awful much, but give us just a little bit of depth. And kind of start to add a little bit of dimension to our look. But on Valentine's Day, even though we don't go out and don't do very much, we do make a point to kind of like be together. Like we still have to work and life still goes on. Valentine's Day isn't one of those holidays where we, you know, take the day off and like really, really celebrate. But I do make a point to get up and, you know, do my hair and put some nice makeup on, maybe wear a nice dress. And I tease my husband mercilessly all day long. All day long I tease my husband, especially like if he has to go to work. I'll send him like sexy text messages. I don't know. They call that, do we still call that sexting? I don't know. Not like anything lurid or anything like that, but I just cute little sexy little text messages all day just to kind of get his motor running. And then I make sure, and then he always comes home and he brings me a present. He always brings me chocolate covered strawberries and a card and flowers and makes me feel like I'm very, very loved. And then I cook him one of his favorite suppers. And we always make sure to sit down and like watch a movie together and just be together. Because it's not about, like, we've been together so long, it's not about new love anymore. But I feel like there is a very big difference between new love and established love. Like, we're to the point now where, like, full intimacy. Like, we have no secrets from each other. We know everything about each other. So now it's just about celebrating the fact that we found our person. Like, it's not, oh, I love you so much. I just want to, like, I want to jump you all the time. It's not about that anymore. Now it's about, you make me feel safe and you make me happy and you make me feel secure. And it's about, you know, the life that we've built together and the family that we've built. Love is such a complicated thing anyway. Love is so much more than sex. Love is about and true intimacy. Because I feel like young love, like new love, there's not that real intimacy there. Just because you've shared your body with somebody doesn't mean that you've shared your soul and your heart, you know? We're going to go into the deepest matte in the palette, so it's this one right here. I'm going to use my Profusion teeny tiny fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to go right into this really beautiful, deep, rich, dark matte. And I'm going to start on my outer corner. And I'm going to start tapping that on my outer lid. I'm also going to bring this through my crease. I'm just starting on my outer lid because that's where I want the deepest pigment to be. And I'm going to take this all the way through my crease as well, from corner to corner, because we're going to do a half cut crease. So we really want that darker shade in the crease to kind of act as our shadow. Just like that. I'm going to build that up until I'm happy with the intensity of it. But like I was saying, it's about true intimacy. Like, it's one thing, like I said, it's one thing to share your body with somebody, and it's one thing to like share like physical pleasure. But it's another thing to open up to somebody and tell them your dreams and your hopes, and to, you know, tell somebody your deepest secrets. It takes a lot, and especially for us women, or, you know, in general, or people in general, not even just women. It takes a lot to open up to somebody, and it takes a lot of trust to, I don't know, to put that on somebody else. People in general are so complicated, and we want so much, and to trust somebody else to be like a partner, because I feel like that's what it is like a partner. A marriage is a partnership. It is a team. And my husband and I say all the time, teamwork makes the dream work. You have to fully realize that when you're in a true relationship, our life doesn't work without both of us. My life wouldn't work without my husband, just like my husband's life wouldn't work without me. And I think when you finally accept that and finally realize that not only do you want this person in your life, and not only do you love them entirely, but you also admit finally that vulnerability that, yes, I need you. I need you in my life to be happy. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And now I'm not talking about like, you know, what is that word? Like a codependency, because I'm an independent woman. I do what I want to when I want to. I have my own money. I do my own thing. So I'm not with my husband because I need to be with my husband. And I'm very, very sure that if something ever happened, heaven forbid, I could be happy after him. But right now, with him, me knowing that when we're together, I am the happiest I've been ever, like, that's a wonderful, truly wonderful thing. And I know a lot of times I sit here in my home and I lose my freaking mind because I'm bored and I have nothing to do, and I do the same thing every single day. And I tell you what, sometimes I look at that sink full of dishes or that dirty kitchen, and I literally want to run away screaming. I just want to set it on fire and want to run away and never look back. But then I think about it and I'm like, where would I go? Where do I want to be other than here? Yes, I wake up every day and do damn near the same thing. Yes, I wake up every day way too early and do things for people who are not as grateful as they should be. I know all y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I take care of a child whom I love dearly, but is spoiled rotten. I take care of a husband who does not fully understand the extent of the things that I do for him, and is not as grateful as he should be 99% of the time. And they're grumpy and they're whiny, and they are probably the most irritating things I've ever encountered in my life. But on the other hand, I've never loved anything more either. I couldn't be anywhere else. I don't want to be anywhere else other than where I am right now. And the Lord knows that, and that's why He's blessed me with my family. But I think Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, things like that are days to kind of reevaluate what's going on. Like, yes, life is hard, and yes, it gets tiresome and repetitive, but it's also wonderful and it's beautiful. And that unconditional love that is there, whether it be between, you know, husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or mother and son, not like romantic love, mother and son kind of thing, because that's just weird, but the unconditional love thing, you know, just the, I love you. Because again, Valentine's Day isn't just about marital love. It's not about, it's about love in general. It's about loving the people who love you back. And I think it's a very, very wonderful thing. So that's our eye look for the most part, guys. Super, super simple. So we just did that lighter shade, then we did that slightly darker shade, and then we've got that deepest berry shade in the crease. I do have a little bit of a line, so I'm going to go back in with my Dew Color 04, and I'm just going to slightly go over that line. And the best thing about these Juvias Place eyeshadows is they blend like a dream. They are so, so easy to use. It really. And if I wasn't talking, I probably would have had this done in like 5 minutes, because it is so, so easy. And they're so pigmented. It's really, really nothing to just kind of pack the color on and walk away. But even with just those 3 shades, we only have 3 shades on our eyes, and it's that much dimension. It looks so beautiful and so deep and so rich. I absolutely love it. We're going to do a little bit of a cut crease now. So for that, I'm going to use the same thing that I always do. This is my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer in the shade Pale. I'm going to take, oh, I'm almost out of it. Y'all, I can see the light at the bottom of the tube. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm almost out of this concealer. That has blown my mind. I have never in all of my life used an entire concealer. And this baby is legitimately empty. Whew. Something new happens every day. I tell you what, I think my life is boring, and then I go and I use up a whole concealer tube. Oh my goodness, it's the little things, right? I'm going to use a Shop Miss A brush. This is the AOA E123. So it's just a teeny tiny flat. I have salt from cooking under my nail. That's what that is. Okay, now that that's gone, we have a teeny tiny, very, very thin, very stiff, flat packing brush. I'm going to dip my brush into this concealer. I don't want to get too much on my brush, just a little bit. And I'm going to start at my inner corner. And just following the line of my crease. I'm just kind of pressing my brush onto my eyelid and really smoothing out that concealer. And I want to make sure to leave a nice slanted line so it doesn't look too harsh. And then I'm going to take a clean finger and I'm just going to press on that line and kind of blend it in just a touch. And then I'm going to take a white eyeshadow. Now you can use any eyeshadow that you want. I'm going to use my ABH Norvina Volume 5 just because that's what I have sitting on my desk right now. And I'm going to go into shade A1. So this one right here. I do have to say that this is probably the best white I have ever used in my life. It is extraordinary. Just the pigmentation on this shadow is exceptional. And I'm just going to pack that on top of the concealer. Now, you definitely don't have to use white. You could use a pink color. You could use a purple color. Whatever floats your boat. But just use something matte. Or you could definitely use a shimmer. A beautiful, any of the shimmers in the Juvias Place palette would look absolutely beautiful. But I'm just going to go with a white. because I want to keep this nice and simple. And I'm just going to press that into the concealer, making sure I get it all the way up to the top and all the way out to the edge, just like that. Now I can open my eye and not have to worry about it smearing everywhere. So, and I know that looks like boom, super, super white, but we're going to address that. We're going to go back into our Juvias Place palette, and I'm going to go back into that deepest, darkest shade on the Profusion brush. And I'm going to start to kind of tap a little bit of this right over the very edge, just to start getting a little bit of a blend going on. Just kind of wiggling my brush back and forth, just like that. Then I'm going to go back into the Dew Color 04, and I'm going to go into this color right here. So this really beautiful, bright, vivid pink. And I'm going to tap that right on the edge, just to bring a little something extra. And it's going to kind of mirror our transition color just a touch and kind of tie everything in. And I'm not really blending back and forth. I'm just kind of tapping the color because it's so pigmented. I'm just kind of tapping the color on so that way it goes on nice and diffused and there's nothing harsh. Just like that. And boom, it's smoky, it's beautiful, it's rich, and just, it screams Valentine's Day to me. Now, one of my absolute favorite touches to this whole thing is going to be adding the glitter liner. Now, if you have a really, really opaque silver glitter liquid liner, I definitely think that you could 100% use that. But because I don't have anything in my collection that was quite the right shade, I'm going to use glitter glue and an angled brush and do it that way. So first off, I'm going to use this brush. This is the e.l.f. concealer brush. It is just a teeny tiny, very precise, very stiff brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of this Hard Candy Glitter Stay. I'm going to put that on the back of my hand, just the tiniest amount because you don't need much. Just maybe that much. Little itty bitty bit. I'm going to coat my brush. And I'm going to run this along my lash line. Just doing a nice thin line all across the lash line. I'm also going to do a little bit of like a baby glitter wing. So I'm going to bring the glue up into a wing shape on my outer corner. Now I'm just going to take, you can take any kind of angled brush that you have. Any angled brush will work. I'm just going to take this eyebrow brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of the glitter into the cap. Look at that glitter. It's so pretty. And I'm going to dip my angled brush and start pressing that glitter. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to start pressing that glitter onto the glitter glue. And what I like about this method is you can be super, super precise with it. The glitter is going to go exactly where you want it to. And because we used the glitter glue, it's going to stay there. I like this Dew Color eyebrow brush because it's really, really thin. So I can be really, really precise about where I'm laying the glitter down at. And it holds on to the glitter really, really well. And look at that. Now we do have a little bit of fallout. We're going to deal with that in just a minute. We'll kind of brush it away. But I don't mind having a little bit of glitter on my face, especially when I'm going for that like really romantic glittery eye look. I think it's absolutely stunning. Let me get a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Look how pretty that is. Now, if you want a bigger wing, go for it, babes. If you want like a big giant glitter wing, you can 100% do that. You can go as big or as tiny as you want to. If you don't want a wing, at all, then don't do a wing. I do suggest and if you don't want to deal with the glitter, don't deal with the glitter. If you would rather use just like a liquid glitter liner, go for it. Or if you would rather just use like a liquid liner period, go for that too. It is all about personal preference. I think the glitter makes a big difference, and I think you guys know I'm all about those tiny details. I think it really makes like such a punchy statement, and it's so beautiful and so romantic and soft. I love it so, so much. We're going to put a little bit of mascara on. I'm going to go in first with my Falsies, my Maybeline Falsies, and just get a little bit of a coat going on. You know, explain to me, my loves, why I always forget about eyeliner. I do like to get a coat of mascara on real quick right after I do the eyeliner, though, because I find that the mascara helps keep the glitter from falling into my eyes, which I appreciate. My eyes are pretty sensitive, and even though this glitter is teeny tiny, finny, really, really fine glitter, and even though we used a glitter glue, some of it is still going to fall. It's just the nature of the beast. And I find that this helps prevent it from falling directly into my eyes. So just doing a nice coat of that really, really quickly. And then we'll go in and we'll do some liner. For liner today, guys, I'm back to my absolute fave. So I'm going to use my Milani Supreme Khol Kajal liner. This is just in the shade black. This is the creamiest, deepest, darkest, most exotic eyeliner. I love it. We're going to line the upper waterline. And the lower waterline. Do a nice thick line. I want it to be really kind of dramatic. So, and of course you could use brown here if you wanted to. Brown would look stunning as well. Just do a nice black line under the eye. And then for the bottom lash line, we're going to go back into our Juvias Place palette. But I'm going to take one of my new absolute favorite brushes. So this is the, if I can find it, this is the e.l.f. Eyeshadow brush. So it's a really fairly dense short little brush, but it's so soft and it's perfect for smudging out shadow on the lower lash line. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to go into, let's go into the lightest shade first. And we'll start right under the eye. And we'll take this all the way to the inner corner. I just love the way this brush deposits color. It is so, so pretty. And like I said, it's so soft. You don't have to worry about it tugging at your under eye. Making sure to connect my outer corner. Do the so on the other side. And we're going to kind of smoke that out on the lower lash line. Make it nice and soft and romantic. We don't want anything harsh. Just like that. Really soft, subtle kind of application of color. Taking that all the way through the eye. And then, for a little bit more punch and a little bit more drama, let's take an e.l.f. small angled brush. That's what she looks like. Very teeny tiny, very soft, small angled brush. And we'll go into, let's go into this one. So this, not the darkest, but the second darkest berry shade. And we'll take that on the bottom lash line. But we're just going to put this on like the outer third of the lash line. Keeping very, very close. Don't want it to be too much, but just for a little extra dimension. I think it's so pretty. It really does add just a little bit more depth to the outer corner. And I find that it also helps to give your eye that uplifted kind of illusion. And I'm making sure to kind of taper it in towards my waterline so that it doesn't look like it just ends abruptly. Just like that. So, so beautiful. Put a coat of mascara on the bottom lashes. Nothing super heavy. Just a light coat. Just to define the lower lashes. Just enough. And then let's do a highlight. So what am I going to do for highlight today? What do I want to use? Ooh, okay. Out of frame for just a second. I am going to use Wet n Wild. So I'm going to use this. This is in the shade Blossom Glow. So I'm going to use this Wet n Wild highlighter. It is a really, really pretty, like pink toned highlight. We'll take this on a small pencil brush. This is my AOA E124. So just a teeny tiny little pencil brush. And we'll get a good bit of it. We'll take it underneath the highest point of the eyebrow. And I love the pink tone to it. It's going to reflect really, really pretty with the actual eye look. Kind of paint that under our eyebrow. We'll take this on our inner corner. And I like to drag that out onto my lower lash line just a little bit. It's really going to help bring in the light and keep our eye look from looking too dark. This highlight is so pretty and so punchy, and especially for how affordable it is, you really cannot beat it from the drugstore. And that's about it. And just because I'm extra, Let's put a little bit on the Cupid's bow too. Full on milk mustache. I love it. So what are we going to do for lipstick? What did we do? What did we do for lipstick? Okay, I'm going to go for a traditional bullet lipstick. I want a nice, soft, romantic eye. So I'm going to use a mauve. I'm going to go with a mauve. And let's do something with a little bit of shine in it, shall we? I think that sounds really, really pretty. So I don't want a matte lipstick. I want a bullet lipstick that's mauve and has a little bit of shine to it. So I have two different options. Both are Rimmel. So I have Amethyst Shimmer, which is a really beautiful purpley mauve. It's got just a little bit of a like glitter shine to it. And then I also have Rimmel. This is the Lasting Finish lipstick in the shade, I think this is Rosito. And this is more of like a nudie mauve. Which one are we feeling? I'm definitely going to go with the purple one. I already knew. I didn't even need to swatch the second one. So we're going to go with Amethyst Shimmer. I'm not even going to do a lip liner. I'm going to let it be nice and soft. I love this lipstick. And there's our look. What do we think? I am so into it. I think it is so pretty. Oh, also, we're going to do a little bit of a heart stamp just because I have to take it that little extra step further. This is, okay, so I got this off of Amazon. This is the Handavian Colorina Pro. So this is a heart-shaped eyeliner stamp. And see how cute it is? Here, let me show you guys. See how cute it is? Oh, you guys aren't going to be able to see it. It is the cutest here. It's the cutest little heart stamp. So cute. I got 4 of these for like under $10. So super affordable as well. And I'm just going to put a little stamp right there. Super cute. Definitely don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just extra. So it is what it is. But that's the look for today, guys. What do we think? I think it's absolutely adorable. I'm totally in love with it. And I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed it just as much as I did. If you guys do recreate this, please tag me and let me know. I would love to see the looks that you guys come up with. That always kind of brings like a big smile to my face and kind of makes my day. As always, everything I used in this video will be listed in the description box below. And yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Happy early Valentine's Day. Hope you guys each have, whether it be a child, a mother, a lover, a friend. Hope you guys all have somebody to spend Valentine's Day with, and hope you guys all feel loved. I love you so much. So if you don't have anybody out there, know that there's love coming from here. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, doing my makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. I will, of course, be posting finished pics over on my Facebook, Makeup for the Everyday Mama. So make sure you head on over there and check it out. I always feel like you can get a better idea for the eye look in pictures because you can kind of zoom in and really focus on what you want to look at. So I will leave the link for that below as well. And yeah, that's it. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and remember, you're important. Bye.